So another Andy B 2-minute video, and I'm thinking about keeping on going and how do we get motivated? What sustains that motivation? Now, if you're running a race, running a marathon, you've got a finish line in sight. So your motivation is to get to the end, and you do what you can, and you can see the end. Okay, it might be 20 miles away, but you know that there's an end. You can see it. There's a big thing that says finish line normally. It's pretty obvious. Whether you're driving a Formula One car, you know that there's only so many laps you've got to do with that particular circuit, and that's the finish. And sometimes as Christians, like, where's the finish? Well, it's when you die. Well, that's a bit depressing. That's not a very exciting way to look at life. But actually, it is an exciting way. We'll come back to that another time maybe. But sometimes just keeping on going is really hard. Jeff Lucas is quite a well-known preacher from the UK. He was a pastor over here. He now lives in the States as well, where he's an amazing preacher. But he often talks about the mundane of life, the fact that most of life is just getting up and going through the day and then going to bed again. That actually is quite normal. But we kind of want those highs and those exciting moments. But quite often, a lot of life is just going through the motions almost. It's getting up, having breakfast, going to work, going to school, going to college, getting some shopping done, getting the food done, sitting down, having dinner, and then probably getting some more work, and then going to bed. That's normal, and that's okay. But what motivates us to keep going when it's that kind of stuff going on? And what struck me was, we've just come back from a festival, our first exhibiting as the Berry Bunch family, which was really exciting. But we've met people who are really excited by what it is that we do. Now, we've been going for 3 years doing this, 6 years full-time ministry before that. In one way or another, I've been in ministering for 35 years. I was 10 years old when I started playing a keyboard in a church, and 15 leading worship in that church. My life has been revolving around church for a long time in terms of what I do. So what keeps me going has changed over time. But one of the things that I wanted to share is, whatever it is that you're doing, don't do it for your kingdom, do it for God's kingdom. One of the things that I often talk about is that happiness is overrated. Happiness comes and happiness goes. It's a feeling, and feelings come and they go, and they can be very strong and then they can disappear. But joy comes from a relationship with God. And it's always sustaining, and it's always there if we choose to keep on worshipping God. Don't you allow your emotions to dictate your life, but keep on going in what you're doing. And if God's calling you to do it, keep going for Him, for His kingdom, and not for yours. Just a thought.